guys, and welcome back to another album flip, we're calling it. So if you've seen the previous 3 videos, I've shown the 3 complete albums that I have, and then I have this huge stack of layouts here which are yet to be put in albums because I don't have any. So I'm going to show you guys this stack, and this is all the layouts I have made up to before the July Scrapathon layouts. So layouts that I will be posting throughout the month of July will not be included here. So there are in chronological order up to a certain point, and I'll tell you when that point starts, but I'm going from newest to oldest in the way I made them for this top part, and then once we get to the part where I sorted them chronologically about here, it goes again from newest on the top to oldest at the bottom. So let's get started. I'm gonna quickly, I have process videos for a lot of these, so I'm not gonna explain too much because I also want to get this video pretty short and not have it go on for like an hour. So this first one, I used the hip kit from June 2017 that I got in the Black Friday sale, and I made 2 layouts with that kit that I have not shared anywhere. Well, at least that was the kit was the starting off point, because for example this layout, the only thing that I used from the kit are the thickers, these wood buttons, the enamel dots, and this blue sheet of paper. Everything else was, oh, and this arrow. Everything else was not in the kit. But anyway, so this is the first layout I made. This is another one. This is all stuff from that was included in the kit, with the exception of the card here, the Project Life card, and this sticker and the tag. What I really regret on this page is this stupid border that I did. I really wish I hadn't done that, or at least if I did, I kind of wished it would have been straight at least. But anyway, this one I have a process video up on my channel, I am sure of it, and I really like the mixed media on here. I just really like that as well. I should like turn these over. This, I also have a process video for, again, just another layout of me and my friend. Here's another one. This one I don't believe I have a process video for, and I really like how this one turned out. Just like there's a lot of pattern going on, and I really like it. So I got this. This is something I tend to do quite often when I want to use a big chunk of pattern paper, but I don't want to use it as a background. What I do is I either make this diagonal triangle thing, or I use a big piece of it at the top, bottom, or side or something that I'll show you. I'll tell you in a bit. And it's a mixed media and stuff, and that is that. So this one has Amy Tangerine Better Together, Amy Tangerine +1, and the embellishments, this, and this are from the Dear Lizzie Lovely Day. This was part of my mini kit series, so I have a process video for this as well. This one actually I'm not sure if I have a process. Oh yes, I do have one for this. And I really like this as well. So this is another way I use busy patterns. I kind of use them to make my own background, and then use a lot of gesso and stuff on top of them. So I really like this. Oh, I love how flare looks on layouts. I need to find some more flare. I need to buy some more flare. So this is an 8.5 by actually it's an A4 size layout, and this is again for my mini kit series. This one was number 3, I think. This one is from that same series. So use a bunch of layers here. This one I don't really like. I don't know, it's too plain, but I do have a process video for this one as well. It's not my favorite pages ever. Maybe it's one of the worst pages I've made, but I like the products I used on it, so I'm keeping it. This page I like. It is quite simple though, and This is one of my all-time favorite pictures, and I don't think this layout does it justice. So I might end up scrapping that picture again, but anyway, this is that. This one I have a process video as well. Another way I like to use a lot of pattern paper on pages is use my 6x6 paper pads and get 4 pieces to make one full 12x12 sheet and use that as a background. That's something I like to do quite often as well. Here's another one with like a big title here and just a couple of layers, not too many things going on here. And this is this was from one of my mini kit series as well, I think. Now here I'm started to sort the layouts chronologically. So this first one here is my sister at Halloween, and I really like the technique I kind of did here, and I've been dying to do it again, but just haven't found the chance. So here I started off, actually it was kind of like an accident, but yeah. I started off with doing some mixed media with acrylic paints, just splattering it, not splattering, scraping it everywhere. It was way too busy though, so I decided to cut out some, to punch out some stars out of it and make these circular things. And the stars, I did use some gold metallic paint in there. I don't know if you can kind of see that there. Yeah, that might be a little better there with my lights turned on. Okay. So you can kind of see the glare there, and it's a pretty simple page. All I did was use these stars basically and some mixed media, and just I had this pirate sticker set, and that's all I used on here. And this one I just have to cover up the pictures real quick. These blue spots have black and white pictures on them. And I really like how this layout turned out as well. I used the Better Together collection by Amy Tangerine. So there's that one. I know you can't really see it with those sticky notes that I used, but I have pictures on Instagram, I think, and the sticky notes are smaller and you can see it better. This one is another one from my mini kit series. I think this was from the first kit, and this is just documenting the eclipse. I still haven't done journaling on this. I need to do that. Here is another layout with some gold foil, washi tape. So here I wanted to add a lot of pattern again, so you see that diagonal thing going on, but this time I used a lot of different washi tape rather than pattern paper. And this one primarily uses the Hello Sunshine collection. I think that's what it's called, by Fancy Pants. Here's another layout, not really one of my favorites, but I used the Dear Lizzie Happy Place, and I do like how it turned out. Here's another one. This is using the Photo Play. It's a Photo Play Summer Collection. I don't remember the name of it. Yikes. I am forgetting my collections. Okay. I don't remember what it was called. Then here I have a Project Life page using these Kaisercraft Project Life cards and just documenting some beach photos. Here's one I use the Fancy Pants Life is Beautiful collection for the most part, and some items from the Hello Sunshine collection. And I really like how this one turned out as well. Sorry for the light changes, the sun is going a bit crazy. So there's that. This one was also from the mini kit series, and this is just a picture of donuts. This one was part of last year's July Scrapathon, so there are going to be a lot of July Scrapathons from last year in this. This was the 4th of July themed one, and I really like how this one turned out. Here is another one. I really like this piece, the chipboard piece. This is one of my favorite layouts ever. It's pretty simple actually. What I really like is the clusters of embellishments mostly. This one again is one of my all-time favorite layouts. I really like the background on this one with the bubble wrap and the colors and the inks. I don't know, I just really, really like this one. And you'll notice in all of these 3 layouts here, if you, I don't know if you know the song, Something I'm Good At by Brett Eldridge. It's a country song, and I was obsessed with it when I was making these layouts. So all of these layouts have a title that's a lyric from the song. So this one says, I'm flippin', something I'm good at. And then this one says, I got my shades on, here comes the sun. And I really like this one as well. It turned out really nicely. Yes, I've noticed I wasn't really doing a lot of paper layers last year behind my photos, as opposed to this year when there's paper layers everywhere. So for example, really quick peek here from one of the July Scrapathon layouts. It might have already been uploaded, but anyway, see, lots of layers with embellishment layers, and it's just, yeah. Anyway, so then this one's again pretty simple, no paper whatsoever on here. So yeah. This one I made while I was at my grandparents' house in the States, so I had a very limited amount of product, which is why this is pretty minimalistic and a bit weird looking, but there's that. This, I really like how this wood grain paper looks with this paper here. I don't know, it's just really pretty. This one, again, I got this diagonal thing going on. I got 3 tags here to cover up. So this way I toned down, I covered quite a bit of the paper up with my photo. Then I also covered a bit with these tags here. And then I also have gesso and mixed media going on there. This, I really love this layout as well with this wreath. So I spent forever fussy cutting out all these flowers. I don't think I have the patience to do that now, but I really like how this one turned out. This I also really like just because it's a different color scheme, and I really like this paper on the background. This one is a nice one as well. Here's another one using basic gray prism, well, for the most part. This I really like as well. I used a stamp on this and colored it in with some markers, watercolors, colored pencils, inks, even fussy cut out some flowers and pop dotted them up. I do have quite a bit of layering going on here. This, not such a huge fan of, but it's good enough. I really like this wood grain paper. This I absolutely, like, I don't like this layout at all, like, whatsoever. I don't know, it was not working. But what am I gonna do about it? Okay. So here is another layout that I really like with 2 beach photos and like a cluster of things. This one I really like. See, so here I use a lot of paper again. I tucked in some embellishments behind here, which is something I really like, and then got my mixed media going on, so there's that. This one I really like the background on it. Here's a really small page. I just basically glued down a photo in the middle of wherever. This I really like too. I took my distress ink pad and literally just took it like this and drawed a star and cut it out and used it on this page, and I really like how that looks. So here's another project life page. So these, no, not that one. So in my album, I'm planning to have this here on the side, this in the middle, and then this over here, because they're photos from the same sort of day. So I got my project life page here, and then 8.5 by 11, and then the 12 by 12. I really like this background paper. So there's that one. So then here I had some extra page protectors, which so I just put the layouts in the page protectors, so that way I just need an album, and also it keeps the stuff stuck on and whatsoever and whatnot. So, and then this layout, not a huge fan of. This one here, this is the only layout that I dared cut out the outline of a person from a photo and use it on here, and I'm surprised at how well that worked. Actually, I did not expect it to work that way. Then this one was for a challenge. I think it was from Paper Issues. to use just to cover up just 4 inches of your page. So the way I made that is I used a pretty busy background, and that way the page doesn't look so empty. And then I just really embellished the heck out of this side over here. I love how flare looks. I need more flare. So there's that. This is just, I printed this photo on just some printer paper and in an A4 size. It didn't turn out how I imagined it, but I like it, and it's just going to go on a page protector at some point. I'm going to stick it in the album. This one, again, I have this rip a piece chunk of paper, stick it at the bottom, and layer things behind it. Design, I tend to do that a lot, as you can see. I kind of like that. And this one is a much more minimalistic layout for me, especially, I mean, if I were to make this today, I would think it would be so empty. I would have to add a gazillion more things, but I like looking at it since I made it a gazillion years ago. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. This layout is one of my favorites. I really like the mixed media going on, and the photo and the layers and the frame and just everything. So there's that. And then this one I also really like because it's quite a different color scheme, and I really like this chipboard piece here. So this one is the parade that it's kind of a big story of how the school system works here. So each year we have like 4 national holidays where we don't have school, and the 2 of them are student parades, the other 2 are military parades. So on the student parades, each school has to go to the parade, and the top 11 students of the 3rd grade, I mean the people that have the highest GPA, are in the front, and some of them hold the flags and whatever, and I was in that group, so I had to go to the parade whether I liked it or not. And then the rest of the people are just random people that basically know how to walk in the correct rhythm. So yeah, but I really like how this turned out. I think it might have been too much information, but here I used another song lyric as a title. Apparently I used to do that a lot. That's from the Little Mix song. I think it was I think it's probably called Salute or something. So there's that. Then this one, H&M opened up here in Cyprus. That's a clothing store that I think is based in the UK. But anyway, it's a really big chain clothing store. And we went to like the opening for, I don't know why we went to that, but anyway. So we just played around with this stupid frame thing that they had there. This is glitter, and you can see it's coming off all over my page protector. So this page protector cannot hold another page other than this one because there's glitter everywhere on it. But I really like how it turned out. And the back is another one from that same day. Oh, I can't believe it's been 2 years since that opened. Wow, okay. And I just have this punched heart thing going on, and like a grid layout with washi tape. And then for this one, I really wanted to use up these letters because I didn't really like them as title options. So I covered up the whole background using those. I think this was actually one of the first collaborations that I did on my YouTube channel. I think it was the Stash Buster series, and we were trying to use alpha stickers. And then I also used some of those same alpha stickers for my title. And the back is just a layout about the first day back at swim practice 2 years ago, I think. There's that one. This one, I really like this. So I've been using a lot of distress inks rather than my watercolors lately, and I mean the watercolors have a different effect. So for example, here I use my watercolor set, and it's a bit more pigmented the way I use it here, and I really like how it turned out. So I should pull those out and use them again. So this was like there's a beer festival, the September Fest here every year, and they get these people to come perform, and it's I think you pay €5 for entrance, and you supposedly get a free beer, which of course, I mean, they don't give that to kids, but That's the concept. And these people, if you're in Europe, you've probably heard of Eurovision. And these are the guys that represented Cyprus in Eurovision. Yikes! 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. So we went to Septemberfest on that day to go see them. I mean, it's not anything wow, but yeah. And on the back side is also another picture with those people. And just went a bit nuts with paint there. This one I really like the mint color and the purple and the title and stuff. And I think, yeah, so I got a hidden journaling card that just tucks in behind there. So that's why I pulled that out for you guys to see. And then the back is this really weird layout. Now that I look at it, I mean, I think it might have been better without the sides. But this is a bunch of the branding strips from the 6x6 paper pad, and I just stuck them on there. Gonna quickly slide this back in. And there is this layout and this one. And this is the first pocket page I ever made, and it's my absolute favorite from all the ones I ever made. So this is a bunch of different food that we ate on our 2016 trip to the States. I think it was 2016. Yeah, probably. So I got like my favorite. I got like Crackle Barrel here. We always stop there on our way to the airport in Chicago. I got my Chinese food that I always get at the food court in the mall. Zesties, which is a family tradition place. Cheese curds, which you can only get in Wisconsin. So that I love cheese curds. So they're in there. I got this blooming onion from Texas Roadhouse. And then there's also this sandwich kind of old school ice cream kind of place we go to in, where is it? I don't know. It's called... I'm not sure. It's somewhere close to Green Bay in Wisconsin as well. It's not in Green Bay. It's in a city close to it, but I'm not sure which one. So I got a bunch of different like classic things we do every single year. Things we eat at least. And then here's a picture of my dad when he went to a conference in Utah. He's a finance professor and he was presenting a paper there 2 years ago again. So I really had fun using the different green colors and things on this one. And on the back is me eating steak. I love steak, and you can't really get good steak where I live because the meat isn't good. So I went a bit crazy with these stickers here and documented me eating a steak. This one is just a squirrel because we don't get squirrels here. So this is more, so all of these are like America pictures from when we visit my grandparents. So I took a picture of a squirrel at the bird feeder because I only see squirrels when I'm there. And then the back, which I should probably cover up as well. I went to a Nike swim camp, and this is just a picture of me and my roommate, and I use these fabric pieces. I still have some of that left. I need to pull that out and use it. Then I have this one of going to this farm/petting zoo thing. And here's another layout in which I use these chunks of paper. And this is back when I was still using 4x6 pictures quite a bit. I hardly ever use that size now. I tend to use 4x4. That's because it's easier for me to layer things, I think. But anyway, I was going a bit overboard with these tags on here. So this layout is actually the first process video I ever made. It is really bad. I gotta tell you, that process video is really, really bad. But I do like the layout. So I use some corrugated paper as my background. And this card here also pulls out. So yeah. And then this one was actually for complete a layout in 15 minutes, which I drastically failed at. I didn't do so bad. I think it took me 23 minutes, but yeah. And I just used a lot of pictures on here. Kind of have a grid thing going. And this is my grandparents', I guess it's their front yard. It's a huge yard, and we were going around looking for bugs to suck in the bug catcher for my little sister. And then we ended up turning it into like a spying kind of James Bond kind of thing going on. So there's that. And then here's another picture from the petting zoo. Then here's one from going to the water park with the swim team, and that one as well. And I use this pineapple thingy, and yeah, so that completes me showing you all the layouts I have ever created in the last 4 years, I guess. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check back in tomorrow for another video. It's late in the game, I know, it's almost the end of July. But July Scrapathon is still going on strong, so make sure to check back in tomorrow for a new video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.